Good morning, Honors Algebra 2, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 5, Day 9. We're going to write equations of quadratic functions. So there really are two different types of equations we're going to be writing. One will be in standard form, one will be in vertex form, and we'll talk about the easiest way to solve both of them. So quick reminder, standard form is of the equation of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So that is the standard form of a quadratic function. Vertex form is y minus k equals a x minus h squared, where the vertex is the coordinate point h. Looking at the first example, it says write the equation of a parabola whose vertex is -4, 3, passing through or containing the point -6, 11. Well, looking at this, since we're given the vertex, our easiest form to plug into will be vertex form. Okay, given all these points, this vertex is hk, and this arbitrary point right here is going to be your x, y. If I look at vertex form, I have almost every letter besides a. So let's plug into there and solve for a. So here is my vertex form. Y minus k equals a x minus h squared. Let's plug in everything I have. Instead of y, I'm going to put 11. Instead of k, I'm going to put 3. Make this 11 a little bigger. I don't know a. Sorry, I'm going to try to keep my colors the same, my dears. Okay, I don't know a. I know x is -6. And I know h is -4, so I'm subtracting a -4. Just be aware of that, subtracting negative. Notice the only variable that I'm missing is a, so I can solve for a. This is 8 equals a times -6 plus 4 is -2 squared, which will become 4, so 8 equals 4a. Divide both sides by 4, a equals 2. That is the missing variable I needed to now have my vertex form. I'm going to go back. This will be my final answer. I'm going to leave my x and y as variables, and now just put the vertex in. So it'll be y minus my vertex equals the a value, x plus 4 squared. This would be my final answer in vertex form. Notice the vertex is in the answer. The point that it's containing is not needed anymore. We'll just have the a value. Now the other kind of situation you'll see is if we want you to write an equation of a parabola passing through these 3 points. Notice I'm not given the vertex anymore. I'm given 3 different points that are just on the parabola. When I have this situation, I'm going to use standard form. That will be the easiest way to solve it. I need to take each point individually and plug it into standard form, and then we'll actually be able to use our calculators. So here we go. I'll explain what I mean. I'm going to take my first point right here of 1, 2, and I'm going to plug into my standard form. Standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, I have a nice x and y. I'm going to plug those in. I'm just trying to keep my color, so give me a second. X is 1. And y is 2 in this problem. So I'm just inputting that individual point into our standard form. When you simplify, you notice you'll get 2 equals A plus B plus C. Okay, we're going to leave that right here. And now we're going to plug in, oops, I guess I'll just highlight it. Now we'll plug in for our second point. Our second point is negative 223. Plugging into our standard form with just this individual point. Just plugging in x and y. So it'd be 23. It's going to be negative 2 squared. Probably could give myself a little more room. Negative 2. So when we simplify, it's going to be 23. Negative 2 squared would be 4a minus 2b plus c. And now we do it with our final point, which is 3/8. Again, I am showing all steps. Feel free to skip this step where you're writing out what the standard form is. I just want to make sure everyone is confident in these steps. Input your y value. Make sure you always square the value after the a. That's common that people forget that. So this form would be 8 equals 9a plus 3b plus c. Okay, so now I have 3 standard form equations with my 3 points. I'm going to put this all into a matrices. Sorry, I'll change my colors. Let's do pink. Okay, so my matrix is going to have all 3 of these equations. I'm going to put my A coefficients, B coefficients, C coefficients, as well as my answers in my augmented matrix. So looking at the first equation here, I have 1a, 1b, 1c, and it equals 2. Okay, so that one's in my matrix now. My next row, I have 4 for my a, negative 2 for b, 1 for c, and it equals 23. So this equation's in my matrix. Then my a is 9, 3, 1, 8. Now think about it. This is an augmented matrix I'm trying to solve. So what I'm going to do is actually plug it into RREF, right? Our favorite way to solve a system. Plug this in. Make sure you use the RREF button. Then call up the matrix. And this is what you should get. 1, 1, 1. So you get a nice identity matrix right here. And you will get 2, negative 5, 5. Again, these are all the steps you need to show in order to get full credit with an RREF problem. You show your augmented matrix, RREF before that. It equals the matrix that shows up from your calculator. Then you have to tell me what these answers are. Well, this was my A, B, C columns. So it's saying A is 2, B is negative 5, and C is 5. Now remember, the whole point of this problem is to write an equation. That gives me my ABC value. You still need to write the equation overall. Overall standard form, we've now written it a trillion gazillion times. It's going to be y equals a, which is 2, x squared, b value x, plus your c. This would be the equation of the parabola that goes through each of those points. If you need help with your calculator plugging this into RREF, please continue to watch the video. Otherwise, you are free to go. Okay, so this is going to be some calculator help if you needed to plug into RREF. First thing we're going to do is actually type in our matrix. So we're going to go to second matrix. we're going to edit any of your matrices. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to edit this first one. Now looking at it, I need to have a 3 by 4. So I have 3 rows, 4 columns. And now I'm going to type in my matrix that I found for my 3 equations. 1, 1, 1, 2. And I had 4. Use this negative sign, -2. 1, 23. 9, 3, 1, 8. Okay, that is your augmented matrix. I'm going to now second quit out of there. In order to do RREF, I have to press that button first, which means press second matrix, scroll over to the top to math. Then you're going to find the option that says RREF. You'll have to scroll a little bit. You click that. Now you need to put your matrix in. Well, I called it matrix A, so I'm going to call matrix A, close that parenthesis, and this is going to solve for me this system of 3 variables. Press enter. That was the matrix that I showed you guys before. You need to copy that down. Then you need to explain what the 2, -5, and 5 stand for, which is the A variable, B variable, C variable. Just like here, and then write your equation. These are your 2 types of equations. Please ask questions if you have them during class. Otherwise, good luck, peeps.